Good morning. Well, it's almost afternoon here. It's 11:28. I got up and mowed the yard, so yeah, I'm already at 3,100 steps, y'all. hmm So thanks for joining me. If you're watching this live, feel free to chat with me. If you're not, feel free to leave me a comment. We are going to be looking at the New Era Elements Tarot. This is by Dr. Eleanor Piper. It has a great box, very sturdy. Watch. Love it. Great box design. USGames is really stepping that up, man. I mean, they're going to town when they're doing their boxes. Pretty on the shelf. And all the elements. I really like that, right? You get like there's a rocket ship here and there's tribal people, kitty, and the Dalai Lama. And it has cutouts right here. So when you lift the box, you don't have to sing when you're doing it. It's just me. Let's take a look at the booklet. I've already had this deck open, so it's it is not in order. Arwen! I always do my decks in order, y'all. So vote really quick. Should I end this video and delete it? Just yes, no. Yes means delete it and start over later. No means no. Go ahead, Arwen. Yes, delete it. No, don't delete it. No, don't delete it. Good morning. Simon voted twice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead then. So, I got more no's than I got yes. So we're going to not delete it. Here is the book. Randomness it is, right? I love the book. And it's a book. It's not a little white book. You can't call this one an LWB. It is an absolute guidebook. Look. Right? This is by Eleanor F. Piper. I would say Piper. I don't believe it's Peeper. Come on, camera. Focus. My camera and I have a love-hate relationship. It loves to make me hate it. You see that? Focus. Anyway, this is a 2008 deck. It's got a nice little frontispiece. Happy day after your birthday, Terry. And they're really doing, they're doing little touches in the book, which I really like. The introduction. It's a working tarot deck of 78 cards. It is indebted, with respect to its tradition, it's indebted to the Rider-Waite and the Crowley-Harris tarot decks. So it's a Thoth and Rider-Waite. Takes the suits back to the original elementary associations of fire, water, air, and earth. It also translates its imagery into the modern era. So, let's see what we get. Okay, here, keywords in the card description serve as a quick reference to the card meanings and are arranged in two lines. The first line, plus, defines the essence of the card when it is drawn in an upright or well-aspected position. The second line, minus, characterizes the shadow side of the card, which applies when a card is reversed or occupies a blockage position in a spread. So, and we're going to just flip through, start throughout the central motif of the card, blah, blah, blah. So, let's see what's in the very back. And the courts are child, son, no, daughter, son, mother, father. Let's see if we have any extra decks in the back. Sometimes we have extra decks, extra spreads. Yeah, we're just going to slide a couple extra decks there on the back. Reading with the New Era Elements Tarot. Okay, she talks about how she sets up her first reading. And then we talk about the New Era element spread, which is kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. I may have to look into that. Born in Germany to a musician father and an art instructor mother. Art degree in Germany. Immigrated to the States in 1998. She's an immigrant. Throw her out. Sorry, politics. And very cool, very cool, very nice. Hopes to reach an audience who is looking to work with a deck that is both contemporary and relevant, but also inspiring and beautiful, and that carries the tradition of the tarot into the 21st century. I like. Now, we're going to do our flip through. Please remember, these cards are not in order. So we're just going to look at it as I pop up. Title card. And the back. That's not the back. That's the back of the title card, I believe. Nope, that is the back. So it is not reversible. For those of you that want a reversible card, that is not reversible. If you're not paying attention, it's not going to matter. Here's that New Era element spread. I kind of don't want to give it away too much because I want you to get the deck. Now, let's start going. Oh my gosh. Arwen's going to have to remember her elemental suits, and I don't. I mean, I think this is Earth. That's 4, stability. Okay. And I'm going to go through rather fast. This is 4 of water, or comfort. 5 of cups, disappointment. So we are a little bit in order here. 6 of cups, happiness. I'm not huge on keywords on tarot cards, so that's a little bit of a bummer for me. 5 of cups, 7 of cups, illusion. Temperance, just jumping in there out of nowhere. I like that it's a male temperance, though. And again, I'm really sorry about the focusing, y'all. There. These cards do seem to be multicultural. That is the 5 of air, I believe. Defeat. And that looks like a black widow, but it's hard to tell because you can't see the abdomen. So, knowledge, the 6 of air. Oh, I am so sorry. Yeah, the suits are confusing because you have to know this piece right here. It is the it's hard to see. The elements, like air is an up triangle with a line through it. Cups is a down triangle with no line through it. Earth is a down triangle with a line through it. So the feminine suits, water and earth, are the down triangle. Earth has the line. The masculine suits are the up triangle, if you get the visual. So, and that's air. No, air has the line through it, and fire has no line through it. So it's triangles. Up are male. Fire, line, down is feminine. And earth is the line. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, Chris, I don't. I need to learn them more. But that is definitely what we're looking at here. And the major arcanas are just marked by a solid diamond. So they don't have suits either way. Here's the Empress, whom I love. It's one of the first cards I saw of this deck. The Emperor, It's despair. Again, a clear downward triangle. 9 of Cups is joy. And another thing that helps is that she is using, water type creatures for most of this. Here's the 2 of Cups. Really love this. The detail on this, her work is really beautiful. And I'm kind of amused that we use the seahorses with the pregnant male. Strength is no human, but the kitten, the cub, and the father. Y'all, I swear I know this man's face. Let me show him. This is the Hanged Man. But who is that? Does that look like somebody to y'all? Hold on. Kind of looks familiar to me. I don't know. Ace of Earth. I like it. You also get the symbol of the suit right up there in the top center. Yeah, I shake so much, and after I mowed the yard today, I mentioned in the beginning, so I'm kind of shaky. Daughter of Fire. She would be the page. Interference. That would be fire. Woo, cruelty is a hard one, y'all. Because that's a dissection. So that's intentional cruelty to many of us. Destruction. Yeah, Simon, it's pretty cool. Daughter of Air. Son of Air. There's one card in here that a lot of people really react violently to. But I think we're going to understand more about why in a minute. Mother of Air. Really wish I could get this to Father of Air. He almost looks like a Russian. Maybe he's Mongolian. Mongolian, maybe. 2 of Air. Domination. Remember that this is a blend of the Rider-Waite and the Thoth, which is why I think we're seeing some of the keywords down here, because those, I believe, relate to Thoth. Here's 3 of Air. Exploration. The Shuttle. Daughter of Water is Maori. Look at that. You can tell because of the piece on her neck. That is a Maori fishhook symbol. 2 of Earth is Change. You can see the 2 different, if you look at the back, the 4 quarters of the cards, you can see the different seasons going around it. Very interesting. It's not 4 quarters, it's just 2 halves. Sorry. Here is Death. I'm interested in the angle she took with Death, because her when we get to the Devil cards, you see what I'm talking about. Her Devil card is such a statement, and this really isn't. This really is just like, yeah, there's a skull. There's some flowers. It's Death. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I do like it, but it doesn't have the same impact. You'll see. 2 of Fire is Equilibrium, the Dancing Cranes. Oh, wow. 3 of Swords, y'all. There's like no holding back on that puppy. Wow, yeah, crikey, says, right? Damn. That just puts it right out there. Truce. It's golds. It's hard to see again. The Lovers. Oh, I love this. It's an older couple, and that's what I really like about it. Or at least they seem older to me. Well, damn it. Oh, I love the Chariot. Interesting. Interesting. Come on, focus. You got to focus for this one. They need to see you. It definitely makes a statement, but I'm not sure it makes the kind of statement I want for my Chariot. The Universe. Wealth. Ten of Earth. Daughter of Earth. She got little freckles, and I like that. Here's an Ace of Fire. The Son of Earth. The Mother of Earth. She's got very knowing eyes to me. The Father of Earth. Okay, here comes the Devil. Now, when you look at it, I want you to remember that she is of German birth. I didn't know that before I looked at this card. And this card was difficult for me. Okay? It's a difficult card. Gonna get it focused. It's super harsh, super hard. She's making a damn statement about money and power. And that's what the Devil card is to me. For me, this card works. I don't like the image. It bothers me seeing dead humans or dead animals, but these are dead children. They're dead children of color. She's making a super powerful statement here. And I think if we look at it from a political stance, it makes sense. But yeah, I don't like it, but it works, right? And it makes it a really difficult deck for me to be able to read with in public because it's so triggering. But I think this is a deck because of cards like this. I think we need this deck. I think we need this voice for us. The 10 of Water, Repletion. Torment. Oh, God. It's another really hard one. Fucking A, y'all. This is the 5 of Earth, and this one may make me never use this deck. Funny that the Devil wouldn't, but this one might. We'll see. I just want you to know it's a triggering card, okay? It's animal cruelty. Success. That's the 6 of Earth. Failure. 7 of Earth. 7 of Earth isn't a failure card to me, but in the Thoth deck, I believe it is. So, Circumspection is the 8 of Earth. So for me, what makes this deck difficult is the Thoth words. That gets me confused. Gain for the 9 of Earth. Love the hands down there. Woo, Father of Fire. Kick ass. I love him. I love that hat. I love his expression. Here's the Ace of Water. The Ace of Air. And again, you get so you can learn the symbols. I love the Three of Earth work. Major Arcana Adjustment. That is justice. It is not strength. So you'll notice a number switch as in the Thoth deck. The Tower. Let me look at the Tower. Oh, you did go there. It's kind of an interesting tower because it looks like 9/11 to me, but it also looks like the Berlin Wall coming down, which was a good thing. So I'm not. It's like showing both sides of the tower. What is that up in the corner? Okay, let me see. The Star. I actually like the Star because I love lighthouses. The Moon. I believe that's Datura or Moonflower. And the Sun with Sunflower. You know, even in black and white, there is no mistaking that for the sun, right? The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. This is one of my favorite fools ever. And what's interesting is that the creatures around it are all a crocodile, a vulture, a tiger, and I think it's a water ox. It's a bull of some type. The Magician. Okay, ha 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 on the Magician. Or they call him the Magus. I got to get him up here. Look at that. Botox. Pfeiffer. Twitter, Facebook, Fox News, CNN, Wall Street, stocks, real estate, plastic bottles. It is definitely a statement deck. The High Priestess. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You've definitely got the black and white behind her, the veil. Her scroll here is cards. They are actually Rider-Waite cards. The Son of Water. He looks very proud. I like him. The Mother of Water. This name, this word at the bottom may be important. Again, these are what I associate with Maori people, the Maori tribe of New Zealand. If somebody could look that up and let me know if Ma'u Moko is something. The Father of Water. Now, interestingly enough, he doesn't have the age the other fathers did. He doesn't seem to be as old. Deception. I've talked about this card. It's a cowbird in a sparrow's nest. They push out, let me see if I can get it focus. They push out all the other babies and then make the parents just about work themselves to death. Judgment is a very interesting one. Conflict. Definitely making a statement again. Victory is a great one. Bravery. I like that. And that is that's an air card, not a fire card. That's interesting. Swiftness, the 8 of air. 9 of air is power. Not sure what we're looking at there. That's where you'd have to read the book to get some more information on that. Oppression, sadness to me. Kitty in a cage. I know that for breeding purposes and repopulation purposes and fixing our fuck ups, we have to have them, but I still don't like it. Son of fire. Mother of fire is, I think, one of the images, also one of the first 2 images. This and the Empress were the first 2 I saw. Perfection is the 4 of. Wait, empty triangle up. Is that fire? Empty triangle with a. Because this is confusing. If this is air, which I think it is, that use of what looks like fire to me is confusing. And last but not least, the 3 of Cups, abundance. So, it is fire. Thank you, Simon. So, this is a different deck. This deck is a statement deck. It is an artist commentary on our world today. People are getting very, very upset over some of the cards, like the Devil that we showed you, with the dead children and the swastika and the hammer and cross in the background. There's a lot to dislike about it. There's a lot to dislike about the concept of power over others. And that's what the Devil is to me. The Torment card, I believe it was the 10 of Wands with that monkey in the... Yeah. So there's a lot to do with this deck. I think that it will be really interesting. There is a lot to dislike about our world, Simon. That is such a true statement. And as hard as it is to say, we have to admit that we live in a pretty fucked up society, gang. So there's that. I would not recommend this deck for a beginner. Absolutely not. I think because people of color, let me look it up. Let's just look that up. I think it's about the genocide that's going on. That's my intuitive take, right? So, but let's look it up. The Devil, Capricorn. Meeting your shadow, egotism, lack of love, the price you pay, and the price you force others to pay for you. Negative words, and it's kind of denial or ignorance of something bad that is going on, letting evil happen. Meaning, in a spread, the Devil could move either of 2 ways. It forces you to examine if you are a victim or a perpetrator. Is there a devil in your life that changed you and sucks the very life out of you? Or are you a devil for someone else who is suffering because of you? Exploring the card. There is no central figure of a demon in this deck, and the Devil card just shows us the victims. Modern evil cannot be blamed on some satanic being. It's being done by the person next to you in a card who may harm you simply because you have the wrong color, sexual orientation, or belief. Ideology is invoked to justify it all. Well, yeah. I can't disagree with that. I cannot disagree with that at all. So she's showing victims. She's showing, those that we're not protecting, those that we're not taking care of. And Yeah, it's a hard damn deck, y'all. I think it's a very needed deck. I am very proud that USGames chose to put this deck forward because thematically, it does talk about what's going in our world right now. It shows a lot of the evil. You find it undertone racist. I can understand why, but I don't. And here's why. The genocide that's being perpetrated in America, in other countries, the statistical rate of people of color being murdered is huge. We must be reminded of that. Until we can say honestly that color is not an indication of why you're murdered or why you're killed, then maybe, yeah, take color out of it. But I disagree on the racist thing on this case. And that's why I think we need it up front and in our faces. I think we need to talk about it. I think we have to keep talking about it. And I don't think we can be quiet about it. I really think that's why she chose that. She is a white woman. She's a blonde white woman from Germany. So, but she's chosen black people. Those are, and they look like from, I have to pull the card up again, but from the way they're dressed, I got like school kids, right? So we're not protecting our children. We're not protecting particularly our children of color. They are targets because of the color of their skin. Not okay. So that's why I am okay with that. Oh, sorry, random. I just stripped off one of my things. But I do think it's a good deck. I do think there's a lot of conversation around this deck, that it will engender a lot of conversation. Um, Speaking of gender, she could have done more with gender for me, right? But she has a lot of ethnicity in here. I like that. Um, yeah, there's some cards that are super difficult in there. So I wanted to read about the tower. I'll go back to it. No, let's read about the tower, y'all. Let's see if she is, if that is the Twin Towers or one of the towers in that card. Chariot, go forward. Let's see. Exploring the card. Yeah, it is both the crowd scene during the breaking down of the Berlin Wall, immense sense of accomplishment when people successfully rebelled against suppression. In the background, we see the horrible fall of the tower from 9/11. After what happened, the world has not been the same. Between both scenarios, we've learned what it's like to live empowered and what it's like to live in fear. Again, I think the book is going to be super useful with this deck because it's a big statement, guys. This is not a deck for gender is not a factor in the protection of the weak or in aiding those in need. I disagree. Particularly in the terms of transgender. Too many of our transgender youth are being murdered because they're transgender. And it's not something that gets a lot of public notice because a lot of people still think that transgender are just, freaks. So I have a lot of transgender friends, okay? When I lived in Austin, a lot. So I'm real firm on that point. We don't hear about all the transgender kids getting killed. So, but I honor everybody's opinions in this. I know it's not a deck for everybody. I hope that you'll engage in discussion with people about it and engage in a way that's open, right? Engage in a way that's big. Don't shut people down simply because they don't agree with you. Simon says, particularly in Middle Eastern countries. Yeah, very much so. It's hard. It's hard. So here in America, Vermont, go Vermont, just elected an openly transgender woman. She chose to transition when she was the CEO of a very large power company there. So, yeah, go Vermont. They chose her because they like her politics and they trust her. So I hope she wins the seat. She goes up against the Republican in November. So, yeah. And be political, people. Be political. State your opinions with love and kindness. You know, if you find out somebody supported the other guy, do not start out with "you mother." That may set the tone for the entire conversation. I'm Arwen. I'm a professional joy seeker. I am a psychic and medium and tarot reader. I'm also the editor of the Cartomancer magazine. I invite you to look me up at tarotbyarwen.com or thecartomancer.com. And remember, guys, seek joy, y'all. Pass it on.